Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about a little bit about the cost and evaluation of certain things. Kind of a little bit about the gray market, a little bit, about price differential, and this kind of stems back from some comments I got in my last video. In my last video, I talked a little bit about Star Atlas and what they're doing, kind of talking about the new updates with that game. And I really don't have too much to say about it right now. I'm not a financial investor. I'm not a financial advisor, and I can't give you guys financial advice about what to put your money in. I'm just a gamer. In my opinion, play what looks fun to you. But as far as crypto and investing in video games, it's a really interesting topic because a lot more people who play games these days, the older individuals, the adults, a lot of people in the Star Citizen community are like me, the 25 to 50-year-old individuals. These aren't kids that are playing these games. We have more disposable income to spend on our hobbies. You guys might notice that a lot of people who are in the Star Citizen community have nice gaming computers, monitor setup, HOTAS setup, flight controls, fancy sticks, all this kinds of stuff. And that stuff is not cheap. That stuff is very expensive. And those individuals, they spend that kind of money on that stuff because they see Star Citizen as more than just a game, but their hobby. And if you're, when I was younger, I was very interested in flight. I used to do model aircrafts all the time. I used to go to the shows. They had where I grew up, they had this airfield that every weekend they would turn into like an RC airport, and the people would come with their RC planes. It was like a club they were in, and they would fly their RC planes. And that's really where my love of flight comes from. That's why I enjoy DCS and Flight Simulator and Elite Dangerous and all this kind of stuff. So obviously I'm the target audience for Star Citizen, basically. The kind of person who would be interested in spending money on a HOTAS, because I would think of course I would spend money on a HOTAS because then I could use it in these other games and whatnot. But when it comes to spending money on in-game assets, that's kind of a different topic in my opinion, because a lot of the rarity that you see coming from the developer is kind of artificial rarity, where this thing could be resold in infinite quantities, but the developer has chosen to put a specific kind of rarity on it, and that affects the price. Because of course, if this thing has a certain utility, it's cool, people are going to be interested in getting it, and if you miss your opportunity from getting it, that kind of drives the price up on that item. Okay, now I'm not the type of person to advocate in sharing gray market websites. I'm not gonna on screen here, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we have on screen here in a second, but I want to say I'm not a proponent. I'm not going to share links for gray market websites. You guys could figure out on your own if you want to find this stuff where you can find it. But there is an aftermarket community for Star Citizen where individuals have the opportunity to sell their ships, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit if you are a new person coming into Star Citizen. So Star Citizen's account process is a little bit unique. You might have heard me talk about this a little bit in one of my other videos where I kind of talked about what you could do with your account when it comes to upgrading your ship, getting LTI, CCU chaining. There are a lot of systems that CIG put in place to give players the ability to do what they want to do to make sure that they have the ships in their fleet that they want. and that their hangar is set up in a way that they prefer. Okay, so these options include the gifting system. So on CIG's website, there are certain ships and things that cannot be gifted. You might have noticed it. If you used somebody's promo code, you might have been it might have been a part of a promotion where you got a free ship. And now you might have noticed that this ship has something called LTI, and it will not be giftable. So gifts that CIG give you, or things that you receive from CIG, like the Luminalia flare, those items that you receive from CIG, those will not be giftable. But items that you spend real money on, i.e., you just swipe your card or whatever, these items will be giftable. So you have one opportunity to essentially give this item to another person. Okay, and so when you hit gift, you essentially put in that person's email, the email that is associated with that person's account, or the username. I'm not sure. I've honestly never done it, but when you do that, you can send that person that item. That's how content creators can do giveaways. And so it is a necessary system for CIG to have in place. So let's say you have a friend that is interested in the game and they made an account, but they didn't buy a ship package, and you have an extra ship package. You can give them that ship package, and that is essentially like gifting them the game. So for content creators, if they want to do a kind of promotion, what CIG will do is the CIG will give the content creator the ship, or the content creator will buy the ship. And once the content creator has decided on the winner of that giveaway, they will then gift that ship to the person. But the thing with the gifting system is that you can only gift an item once. So once you've gifted the item, that item can never be gifted again. That item can also not be returned, because a gifted item wasn't purchased. An item gifted to you wasn't purchased with real money, so of course you can't exchange it or return it. You're kind of just stuck with that item. It's yours now. So if you purchase a gray market item, or you receive a gift, you can't sell it again. So there is a major drawback to Star Citizen's gray market. Now, a lot of people kind of skirt around this by buying CCUs, because a CCU is a little bit different. Okay, I'm not entirely perfectly well versed on this situation, especially with CCUs and gifted CCUs, but a CCU is not the ship itself. It is an upgrade for that ship. Okay, so if you get a CCU gifted, you can still melt that ship, but you won't get the value of the gifted CCU, if that makes any sense. So you will get the amount of money that you put into the situation back. Okay, so if you buy a ship outright on the gray market, that money's gone. But if you buy a CCU, you can still melt that ship and get the amount of money that you put into the ship, I believe. I'm not sure. Again, if you know exactly how that works, please let me know in the description below. But I'm just going off with of what I know for right now. Again, CIG also changes their policies from time to time, so I might not be 100% up to date with what the policy is for that, but I believe that is the case anyway. So now I kind of want to talk about the value of that, because um there are rare items, and a lot of people talk about this and say this is FOMO. CIG is just trying to drive sales during certain times, because at the end of the day, you know, all of these ships will be available at some point during the year. It's not like you can never buy this again. Right now is a perfect example. It is the Red Festival, or it is Lunar New Year's, and in the game they have some skins that are only available during the holiday event. Now, the previous year's ship skins are also available now, and there are people who went and bought those skins on the gray market when they were no longer available, and that probably overpaid for them. And that's a reality that you're kind of gonna have to face, is because a lot of this stuff is not like infinitely off the table. Again, there are some skins that are never coming back, but we can't for sure say what those are. Now, a lot of the skins are going to be like, i.e., special skins that CIG gave away. These skins you definitely want to be in the game for, and that's why I tell people it's never too early to jump into Star Citizen, because you will get tons of free stuff. Like, even if you don't play the game, sign up for an account, and of course, buy the game and try it out, see if you like it, all that type of stuff. I want people to genuinely have an interest in the game. But if you have this issue, this FOMO, don't worry about it. Okay, there will be an opportunity for you to get this stuff, and if you don't get this stuff, it's not a big deal. It's not an end of the world. Don't do what is on screen right now. What is on screen right now is lunacy. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of get into it, the meat and potatoes of this video. This is a 100i starter package with the Foundation Festival skin on it. As you can see here, it has 6 months insurance, starting money of only 1,000 credits, Selflin hanger, the game download, which that's whatever, and then the Foundation Festival skin. Okay, and it is being listed here for $130. That is, I'm not even gonna attempt to do napkin math. It was originally sold for what, like $60? That is a lot more than $60. So this person, if somebody decides to buy this from this gray market website, is way overpaying for this. This ship right here may be listed, this game package might be listed again by CIG. The Foundation Festival is something that happens, once a year. It was something that started officially last year because, there were previous Foundation Festivals, I believe, but they weren't in-game perks, and they didn't have the promotions going on for it. So last year was the first time they had a full promotion for the Foundation Festival, where people could earn skins and get skins with starter ships. CIG essentially had starter ship package with the skin to kind of encourage people that, hey, if you sign up now, you get a free skin. And that's ultimately a good thing. That's not a bad promotion, but it was a cool skin, and people who missed out of that event ultimately don't have that skin. So somebody who looks at that situation sees, okay, someone might want this skin, it's a rare skin, I'm gonna list it for a lot of money. But if you spend this kind of money on this ship, two things can happen. CIG can make that sale available again, so now people in the future can get that same Foundation Festival skin during the Foundation Festival for much less. So basically, if you just wait until the Foundation Festival, you have a chance to get it again. And you can never get your money back from buying this. If you buy this, you're not giving that money to CIG, you're giving that money to somebody else who only paid like $60. So somebody else that paid like $60 for this thing, you're giving them $130. So that money is not going to CSG. That money is going to somebody who's, trying to take advantage of the situation. I'm not saying that's a bad person. I'm not saying whoever listed this here is a bad person. I'm saying that is an effect of the market. That is something that is happening in gaming, and it's not just Star Citizen. It's happening in, games like CSGO. If you look it up, I'm sure you can find tons and tons and tons of games where people are buying assets low, selling them high. And so that's this is kind of like a warning video, and I feel like, every once in a while when CIG has an event where there are rare or unique items available, people do get that FOMO sense, and they want to buy what is available so they don't miss out on it. And I'm here to tell you, don't worry about that. The FOMO thing is not real. It's fabricated. You don't need any kind of rare skin or any kind of rare gun or any kind of rare anything. None of that stuff is worth this much money. Okay? It's just a game. Now, especially in SC, that gives you no advantage in the game. It's kind of just nice to have. Again, if you're a collector, you're gonna want what you want. And I'm not telling you to do what to do with your money. If you're a grown adult and you have the disposable income, by all means, go on the gray market, buy it. Like, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but from my opinion, this is a growing situation in the gaming community. And it existed before. It's not like I'm saying, you look at NES cartridges and Game Boy Advance cartridges and all these older game collectors want that stuff, and even if they don't play it, they put those classic cartridges and those classic games in plastic boxes, and they get them certified, and they decorate their house with it. There's collectors, again, collectors are going to do what collectors are going to do, but you average Joe Smo don't get involved in asset investing. To me, that's kind of a slippery slope, and it almost never ends well. Hey guys, so I kind of forgot to make an outro for this one. My bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about the gray market, buying aftermarket ships. I always love hearing from you guys. You guys are rock stars. You guys have been killing it on the videos. The support has been amazing, and I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more videos like it, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next time. Salute.